Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today it is the 26th of May. I'm here with my good friend, Sean Chow. Basically, this call is about the lessons that I learned from Necker Island and spending time with Sir Richard Branson and 34 other incredible human beings and entrepreneurs on Necker Island and New York, and my journey through LA and back to Australia, and basically what I've summed up from that whole experience. So this is in no particular order, but it's just how it naturally, organically flows out. You know, number one thing, get really clear on what your 10-year vision is. So whatever your 10-year vision is, you know, what do you want to be? Get as clear as possible and descriptive as possible, and think big too. So map out your 10-year vision. It might be like write a best-selling book. It might be like travel the world. It might be like launch a hotel chain. It might be like get 1 million followers. It might be like whatever that 10-year vision may actually be. You know, whatever that is for the individual will be different. Getting really clear on that. Then every year, bumping it to 10 years again. So every year you've got this 10-year vision that there should always be a 10-year vision. So as soon as that year clocks up, you like look back at your 10-year vision. You go, all right, cool. What is that? What is my 10-year vision? Then the key is to work back from 9. So work it out what you're going to be doing in the 9th year, the 8th year, the 7th year, the 6th year, the 5th year, the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, back to like what you need to do in this year right now. So every year you're clear on exactly what you need to do to get you to where you want to go. The most powerful thing though is it's the 10-year vision that's driving, always, the 10-year vision is always driving your daily actions. You should be able to look at your 10-year vision, you should be clear on it. It should sum up everything that you want to do, be, and have, and you should be going for that every single day. You should be asking questions like, who do I need to be? What do I need to believe in myself? And what's the fastest path to be able to unlock that possibility for me? So once you've got that down, then you'll have like a yearly vision, but you'll end up having a 90-day game plan. And the 90-day game plan, there'll be 3 projects that you work for, 3 core projects that you're working for generally that you want to get done. And it'll be like 5, you know, around about 5 core main action steps that you'll take every week. It's different from person to person. That 5 tangible things that you're knocking off to lead you towards that 90-day plan. So that 90-day plan wants to be a significant chunk of like, not chasing too much, but going, okay, cool. In this next 90 days, I'm going to get this email capture thing done. And it's going to be crisp. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be phenomenal. And then you know that thing's plugged. Cool. Next 90 days, I'm going to do this massive product launch. And now that I've got the emails coming in through that, it's going to launch into this, or whatever it may be. Okay, cool. I have learned that our vision has to be stronger than our memory. Otherwise, we live from our past version of ourselves, not our future version. I know you already know that, Sean. Furthermore, our vision and our values will determine our opportunities and choices we make daily in our life, and those who show up around us too, all based on how strong our 10-year vision is. So basically, our vision will dictate the way we spend our time every day, the friends that come into our field, the beliefs that we need to have, the values that we need to have. Our vision will determine all of this. So if our vision isn't strong, then we'll be a little bit everywhere. So our vision has to be super strong, and that will determine the amount of money we make, the friends we have, the beliefs we have, all the opportunities that show up, everything. We need to be really clear on what that vision is. What I've learned since Necker Island, think really big. Think super big, think really long term, and think really smart. And those things are integrated. So thinking really big, really long term, and thinking really smart, how you can get leverage and things like that. Make business fun and do business differently. So the thing about Sir Richard Branson is he just has fun every single day, like as much fun as you can have. Like he builds these whole businesses and all his life around just how I can have fun, how I can make it fun for me. And yeah, it's just incredible how he does that. He has a sense of doing business differently. Like on the airplanes, he gives out ice creams. He just does this other little way of just touching the customer in a unique way. So aim for profits, but give back consistently where you can. Have patience building an empire. It's about patience. Delegate. Do only what you love and what you're good at, and everything else you must delegate and find people that do it much better than you do. So just get actually literally find people that can do that job way better than you and then put them in that position. One standout piece of advice I got from Sir Richard Branson was get out of business. So just like it's like he gets into business to get out of it. So he gets the best people behind and he just steps out, gets the best people in. He just steps out and lets everything sort of work from that. So yeah, just to get out of business. It's basically the question is every area of your life have an exit strategy. Like what is your exit strategy for the current business you're in? What is the exit strategy? And what if things just don't work out as well, like having a plan for that as well. It doesn't mean that you might want to do what you're doing now for the next 20 years, but I guarantee if you want to get out of it, have an exit strategy, get out of it, you'll actually set up a business that you may actually want to be in for the next 20 years because you're not even doing much there. You're just having fun with it, looking at bigger opportunities and guiding this vision. Okay. Yeah, so getting out of business, meaning get the best people in the right roles and step away and lead on the vision. He actually just gets the right people in now and just leads using his brand power. Okay, also language. How we communicate is how successful we become. There are studies on the most successful people, people that communicate using awesome words and that are descriptive and upward. Also, listening to the team is the far best skill to master for leadership too. So really developing listening skills and developing in a way to empower staff to do far more than what they can imagine, to really empower them, to give them the belief that, hey, you can do anything. Lastly, have as much fun daily as you can with your team and in your own life too. So yeah, just have as much fun as possible, which is super cool. Cool. That's basically it.
Awesome. What were like some key traits you saw in Richard? Like, was he he's done so much, but he just seems like such a cool dude. What makes him different? Like what actions did he take or mindsets did he have that was different, to build up to however many companies he has, like 400 or something?
Yeah, I think one key thing, man, is he just has a lot of fun with his life and what he does. So I guess a lot of problems are just not there when you're having fun. Like think about when you were at the tennis and you got to watch Nadal versus Federer. Like when you're having fun, you're living life like that. Just everything's so simple. I really I'm getting to believe that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm scheduling that fun in every day as much as possible. Two things: I want to crush it and be really disciplined and mastering the skills I need to. And the other side, I want to have as much fun as I possibly can as well. So I want to have as much fun as I can in my life as I possibly can by going wakeboarding, going swimming, getting up morning, doing my things, whatever it is. But I actually want to crush it and get really good at managing my time and outsourcing it as well. And I want it to all be one eventually. But it's making sure I'm having as much fun and I'm managing my day in the best way possible as well. So, and really looking long term and going, wow, okay, are these activities that I'm doing every morning now, setting up my day in this way, is it going to put me in the best position in 1 month's time or 2 months' time, 6 months' time, 1 year's time? Most people are trying to run around, trying to get as much done as they can without building the proper fundamentals. And I think with Richard, he's just built the good fundamentals. He's built good fundamentals. He understands himself, where he's good at. And because he had dyslexia, he had to get other great people around him to do the other things. So that was like a gift for him. Yeah.
Well, that kind of leads into the other question I was going to ask. I mean, he seems like he's doing so much stuff, but he's just like you and I. We all have 24 hours in the day. what's the difference between that you learned from him and other entrepreneurs between, you know, working hard? I mean, you can just like kind of like work hard versus working smart. Like how did he manage? Like, was it about getting the right teams in place and and then empowering them? Or was it just more like, you know, dropping little bits and making sure, like looking over the shoulder? Like what did you take away from those people that you were around? Like
Yeah,
Deb.
yeah. I guess we get to learn to manage our time the way that we want life to flow. Like when Richard had the questionnaire, we had to submit all of our questions through Deb, and then Deb submitted the questions that she thought was right. She used this Survey Monkey, and then and then Richard, the question and answer was based on how he wanted to deliver. You know what I mean? How he wanted to do it. So it's like just learning to be more effective with our time. He gets up and goes kiteboarding every morning. Goes from Necco to like Mosquito. Some mornings will be different. Then he gets to play tennis. He gets to play some chess. And he just looks for the best people and empowers them. And like I said, like he just wants to get out of business. So like everyone's trying to do more business. He's just trying to work, like maybe because it's the dyslexia thing, but he's thinking in reverse. So it's like, all right, now especially he's like thinking how he can get out and how he can leverage it. We're all at different stages of the journey as well. But for him, but I also feel like he's always done this. He's always freed up his time so he can focus on opportunities and the visionary aspects of the business.
Yeah. Well, did they talk much about starting a new business? Did you just start it and be hands-on and then leave the people to do it? Or was it kind of just like get the right people and then leave it?
Yeah, I think like, what I perceive anyway, which is just my own perception, but what I perceive is that he's very strong on vision, very strong on culture, very strong on team, and very strong on maybe leadership, but that's kind of ties in with inspiring the vision. So like, get that real vision really solid for whatever the new business is, get the right people in, get the right team, empower them, and look at how you can step out and just let them create the magic. And then so you're free to look at opportunities and new things that you can plug into the team to drive them. One key aspect that is very good, I just got a message from one of the girls on the island that I built a close relationship with. And she sent me a photo of the staff just like doing slip and slide and doing there was one day where there mustn't be anyone coming. They're waiting for the next day, like, between groups or whatever. And so all the staff are dressing up and doing slip and slide and just having an absolutely amazing fun day. So it's kind of like I really feel like his philosophy is just allow the team to have as much fun as possible, and in life have as much fun as possible. Like even when we were on the island, he was like, have fun, and I just feel like that energy is just there. So,
yeah, that's really cool, really insightful. But
yeah.
and how about yourself? I mean, I don't think you plan to have like a little retreat kind of thing in LA, but did that kind of just happen, like kind of like off the cuff?
Yeah. So one thing is that there was a million reasons to me why I couldn't have went on this thing, but Richard Branson's thing is say yes and work out how to do it later, right? So for me, it was like I was making it happen no matter what. And I just start becoming resourceful. Now, as a result of this Richard Branson thing, I've now spoke at Ty Lopez's. I had another opportunity to go speak to another thought leader with 200,000 followers who's got a $40 million business. And all these opportunities flew off the back of it. And it's all about building relationships and trusting your intuition. And sometimes it's like, if there's a good energy and synergy with someone, then that might be the best business partner to do something with. You know what I mean? Like, so Kyle in LA, like there was just a good synergy there. I didn't know what it was. And one thing I'm learning now is
he on Necro with you?
No, he wasn't a necker. Yeah, yeah. He's Preston Smiles' right hand man. He's worked for Ty Lopez um, and other pretty awesome thought leaders. He's only 20 years of age. It's just incredible, really.
Too
But,
young to be.
yeah, we got a really good bond or relationship. And I didn't know how we were meant to gel or what it was meant to be. I thought it was a 7-day challenge, and it looks like that's what's happening now. But it's just building those relationships, and like success is building relationships with the right people and doing things with the right people. So if you build relationships with the right people and do things with the right people, then that's gonna, and it's taking those chances too. Like so many people even now, like they think, like I don't think they get like how valuable it is to go and spend that time at Sir Richard's and yeah, look, I guess like it's not for everyone, but like, and I guess like a pessimist because it could have went there and who knows, I just keep my ear open. I keep my ear open. I just look to build relationships and get along with everyone and have a great time and give back wherever I could and just be polite and be nice and just have a good mannerism, and also too, be willing to capitalize and speak up about opportunities. Force yourself to find how you can break through. I have an opportunity of possibly writing a blog for Richard Branson, and that's look at the 10 most conscious performing businesses. So, like I didn't know what my outcome was. I just kept open to so I had a few possibilities and I just kept open to what they may have been. So, yeah.
Yeah, right. That's really cool. I mean, it's kind of a trip out for me, someone that actually a follower of Ty's stuff for a long time, and I've gotten a lot out of it. I mean, he has his critics, but he gives his value as well. So, well, yeah, that was a bit of a trip out seeing you there, and I was like, because I known you for so long, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that was great, man. It was a trip out going to his house and recording the video, and there's a Lambo and a Maserati at the front. Their house is huge. It's immaculate. And then the staff actually came and trained Qigong with me the next day in the park, and I took them through some self-clearing work, and we built a good relationship too. And that was incredible. The staff are really professional, and it's really cool. And I was saying how Ty does really nice things for their staff as well. So I think, like haters, it's white noise. And I think like the most important thing is for people who are doing well to stick together and support each other, because it's like, there's nothing more disappointing for me than someone who's built success in a business or something like that and doesn't take the responsibility to support other people in that role coming up, because they've dealt with the slack too. So they feel like that isn't the status quo. If you're not supporting someone, that's your own shit on the inside. So for me, it's like, how can I always support people? Obviously like there's different levels and layers to it, but I just I went to Joel Brown's event and we had a great chat in Las Vegas. I felt like I gave him some really insightful things. He said, I'd love to do a podcast with you one day. And I was like, wow, that'd be incredible. And that never happened. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm not attached to it. But then I reached out, and Kyle was friends with him as well. I reached out and because of that value exchange we had in Las Vegas, he ended up giving me a free ticket, and to the event. So I was prepared. I was going to go anyway. And then anyway, he ended up asking for a testimonial, and I think great, because a testimonial means that I can leverage my brand in front of his audience, right? Like if you're smart about it, someone might be thinking, oh, but for me, it was like, I genuinely got a lot of value out of it. I'm an optimistic person. I got a lot of value out of it. He's an incredible dude. He's got to interview all those great people. And he really gives back, and a lot of our values are the same or similar. Different people, but a lot of same, wanting to give back and create value. So I got to say, hi, this is Ryan Nasser, transformational coach with business owners and entrepreneurs, and also the founder of the Millionaire Monk. Had the Millionaire Monk shirt on, shot it. That's going to go out through his marketing, and who knows? Even like someone like you might see it, someone else might see it. It's just me getting out there and being seen. And it's also creating value for Joel as well. And it's in line with my values. So, yeah, I think those things are important. And the reason I'm saying that is just to let people know that, like, always come from your heart and always deliver as much value as you can. Help out enough people on the path, help enough people get what they want, and you can ask the universe for whatever it is that you want. So, you know, just getting up and looking every day at how you can leverage people to the next level is really, really important. There's a saying that, you know, in LA, if someone gave you the elevator up to the top, make sure you send it back down for someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No? Yeah. So
yeah, it's pretty funny because all these things, like, I've been a follower of Joel's stuff for like, like when I was first starting my entrepreneur journey. Really funny how everything's like 1 or 2 degrees of separation, and then you get there. Right? And then I'm going to his thing as well on his Millionaires Online event too. So,
I highly recommend it, man. He's a real deal. He's created all of that success. He's created you know what I mean? Like, so, and he's done it. So yeah. And actually now it's all about collaboration, how you can be connected with all of those guys. If you can do that, then you're winning, you know, you're doing really, really well.
Yeah, that's really cool. How about all the entrepreneurs you were with on NECA? Was there a pattern between, because I love patterns, you know, like modeling and all that kind of stuff on successful people. It's how I've built myself up to on good habits. Did you find any patterns that were in these people that like you can adapt and model in your life to reach that next level or wherever you want to go?
Yeah, I think people are people, but like if the people are your people and they're playing at a high level, then you're going to get a lot of value out of it, providing that you build a good relationship and you can keep your heart open and you're willing to give back, and you're not really expecting anything in return. But then also you're also ready to capitalize on an opportunity if it is there as well. So in terms of like patterns and that, you know, people at a high level have their own shit going on too. So compassion is important, understanding they're busy and how you can be of service to them or give value to them. I think it's important when you're around those people too, to look at opportunity, how you can leverage what you want for yourself. I got another interview on the island that's done in the elders room, which is where Nelson Mandela, Sir Richard Branson brought together all these, and we've done an interview with another guy there, which is incredible. So in 3 weeks, that's going to go out and that's going to be leveraged, and that's going to be incredible as well. So, yeah, like that's pretty fun. I don't know if it's my best interview, but, you know, it's, yeah. So in terms of patterns, I mean, I'm not sure. They're all incredible. Like there's one lady who's doing a business with Apple, for children, and like Apple, the actual, you know, Steve Jobs Apple. There was a 15-year-old social entrepreneur. She's doing incredible things in the world. There was an accountant doing amazing things for entrepreneurs in the world. There was Sami B1G1. That's something that you might want to check out. She basically has a business that helps businesses give back and find their message for giving. So there's over 700 companies that she works with. And, you know, you could be like, cool, I sold one meal in my restaurant, and that one meal actually maybe gave stationery to 10 kids who can't get educated, or actually, you know, built water for whatever it is. It's like, so it's like you work out these small little impacts that your business is doing and how it's like giving back in the world. So that's a pretty awesome thing too. So
found every single one of those people had some way of giving back to the world.
Yeah.
It's not all about take, it's about giving back as well.
100%. Well, giving back's a good strategy for business and good strategy for manifestation and spirituality as well. But for me, it's like, it makes me feel so much more happier. And businesses now are doing better that are purpose-based businesses. So like they've got an actual purpose behind it. When you know that every sale that you're making is giving back to people in the world, then that gives you a lot more motivation. But then you can have a story like you know, you can have a plug-in now through that B1G1 that says that, look, how many people you're actually helping. it's going through the website. You know what I mean? Like, which is awesome. So, but you know, having a story that like, cool, we sold 2,000 meals at our restaurant this year, and that meant that 50 kids got fed in Africa or whatever, you know, and everyone knows like, wow, I love going to my favorite place, but I know when I go there now that actually it's contributing. So it's almost like if actually business has done that, just day-to-day consumerism would be feeding charities. Do you know what I mean? We'd be doing like, so day-to-day stuff. Like if businesses were a force for good, most of the problems in the world would be gone. But we have to remember that capitalism has raised the world out of poverty. So, you know, like most of the world out of poverty. So it's done all these amazing things. The bad that it's done is very small compared to, you know, so it's like how we can actually allow business to be a force for good. And that's the, you know, that's the way it is. And I guess one other thing for those who are living too, like who are out there, whatever your vision is, protect it and go for it and know it's possible. If it's big, then it's amazing. And if it's super inspiring and big, then go for it. Because I've had people when I said, I want to change the way that the financial model, the way that we do business on the planet, so it's more nurturing for the planet and the people. You know, people who told me that I was like legitimate business people told me that I was like, that's just too big. And you know what I mean? You should not worry about that. But then it's funny, like 4 months down the track, now I'm at Sir Richard Branson and a lot of these people and meeting these people that are incredible things in the world that are, and it's like, it's established thing and I'm getting plugged into those networks. So it's like incredible. So it's like, get clear in that message and that vision and just speak about it until it comes true. You know, it will come true. So, yeah.
Yeah. How about for someone like me? Like, I haven't told you what my new stuff is, I'll tell you later, but like someone that wants to be seen as, you know, an authority and an influencer, what would you kind of recommend for me to do as a starting point, action steps? You know, getting the name out there or get your presence in whatever niche.
Yeah. Check out the 17 UN global goals. So check out the 17 UN global goals. And then from that, there's 17, these are the UN global goals. So for me, partly I want to get more of humanity thinking on the same lines as well, you know, like working collectively. And I think the 17 UN global goals are important. Then I would make a decision which one is the most important area of you to give back in.
Mm-hmm.
And then from that, I'd work out what your message is then, what your message is. And that will start influencing becoming that thought leader and stepping out. It's a very backward way of doing it, but actually it's a way that you're going to be led to that point eventually. Do you know what I mean? Like eventually when people become bigger and more, they end up finding more meaning. But the truth is those who really succeed and do amazing, they had a cause that was great enough that made, like Mother Teresa just didn't fall into her place and then become who she was. Her cause was that great that it made her who she was. So the reason that I say look at those 17 global goals and look at, one, you're doing a collective good thing for humanity. You've already got a path laid out. Get clear in the way that you want to make the biggest. And the question is, where do you want to make the most contribution as well? So once you're clear on that, and then begin there. So just ask you, because that's a really important piece. So just ask your question one more time.
My question was, you know, for me, as someone who wants to be looked at as an authority and an influencer in a niche, like what would you recommend me to do?
Yeah. Good. Well, that niche will lead into this next segue. And that is like, once you've got your niche, it's like, well, who are the key people of influence in that area that like light you up? Like, who are the key people of influence in that area that light you up? And once you're clear on who those key people are, then follow them, study them, reach out, see what value you can provide to them. Can you work with them? Can you just say, hey, I'm willing to work for free to help out your business or your goals? Or is it, what way can I, you know, look at ways that you can actually align with them? Because the fastest way to unlock your flow is to go to people who already got flow in that area. And what I've just given you is a fast way of how to get to there quickly, then
No, that's
yeah, like that's a fast way of doing it. And then like another way is too, you could interview thought leaders on your path as well. Like this is an interview, you know, maybe I'm the very first one that you know what I mean, that you're interviewing, and then you could like literally, even though I'm saying it now, you could like throw money behind this, and it's like cool how I interviewed my first mentor, and or you know what I mean, like I'm probably your first mentor, I'm guessing. I know you've had many other epic mentors. I mean, these questions are quite vague anyway, because it's like
very open-ended, and
it's very open-ended, and it's like the same way it's like with my kung fu masters and my teachers, like I give them so much credit for like, you know, giving me so many insights and changing my life in a big way and giving me that opportunity. But it's also, the paradox is it's also me who done it as well.
Yeah.
And I have that same understanding with the people I work with too. It's like it's the student that makes a success, but it's the teacher is the important role in that facilitation and transformation as well. So it's kind of like yin and yang, they coexist together. And yeah, as long as the relationship is always the most important thing. So, you know, this could turn into an interview right now. And yeah, maybe we cut this part out. Maybe we just keep that part and keep it organic. Like I'm fine with whatever it is as well. So, yeah. So,
yeah, that's awesome. I mean, just the last 15 minutes, just super value. Crazy. So, how about yourself? What about what's important for you for yourself going forward? Like, what's your vision now? Has it changed from before you went?
Yeah, good question. I'm just super inspired now, and if I had an opportunity earlier in my life to go hang around some incredible people and get more clear on my path and my purpose, then I wouldn't have wasted any time, because like I feel like the energy and what's activated in me now to think on that bigger level, once your brain is expanded, you're never going to go back to small thinking again. So if you really want success and you want to go big, just get around the big people, build relationships with them, interview them, leverage their platform, do whatever it takes, do whatever you can, you know, like to do that. So what some of the distinctions for me is he who tries to capture two rabbits will get none. Yeah. So get clear on what that one thing is you want to focus on.
Very common saying, but it's so true. I mean,
yeah. So for me now, it's and a bit of patience thinking too, thinking long term, thinking big. For me now, it's like I want to build a platform for capturing emails, and I want to build out this personality test for the Millionaire Monk model. And so it's a free test. You go online, you take it, and basically it tells you what your profile is and how to allow money and love to self-organize in your field, so you can go out there and get what you want, and you know which archetype you are and how to transform that. So how to protect that IP and then how to build that out. That's my rabbit that I've got to chase, and that I'll get that rabbit. What's changed is I was probably trying to do so many other things, and it wasn't just one teacher. It was actually going to a multiple. Sometimes you've got to go to a multiple. We're all individual. We all can unlock our flow in a very unique way, and going to multiple thought leaders in a compact amount of time is a very fast way to unlock your flow. So most thought leaders too, you can go to their event and for like anywhere from like maybe $40-$50 up to maybe $400 max for a 2-day event where they're speaking to the public, and you can get some of their best stuff that they present right there. Obviously their program will go to a higher level, but not everyone will that be right for. It might just go there, network with the people, be around that energy, learn as much as you can, put your hand up, be willing to be humiliated in front of the audience if you need to be, meaning that it's not a humiliation. It means that you put your ego aside and say, hey, I'm willing to learn here. This is my situation. Can you help get me leverage and help break me through that next level?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that's the key.
Right.
So, yeah.
I think for me, that gives me a good, you know, thing. I'll have to go and like make it a plan, but that gives me a good idea of where I need to go next for me, and really meet those bigger people. Because you know, when for me, I know how legitimate I am. It's not like it like faking it till you make it. It's like you make it, so you can really like give value back to whoever. So I feel like I have some leverage to meet some bigger people now as well.
Oh, definitely. And because how old are you now, Sean?
25.
25, and you've already built a 7-figure business, and you became the #1 bartender in Australia, right? You've already done that at 25. So yeah, basically what you want to be able to do is intertwine this into your story. You know, like lead like this. I'm incredibly grateful to be in a position to become to reach the top of my craft, to become the #1 bartender in Australia before 25, and also create my first 7-figure business before the age of 25 as well. Like, even though some people might think this is about, if you look at KPI, key person of influence, it's about, if you're in front of a billionaire, you might only have 1 minute to pitch yourself. So you got to pitch yourself punchy, and you got to be able to sum up your story. And then the reason why I said get clear in the 17 global goals is the more that you have a bigger way to give back or align with or work out, you know, how you want to unlock your flow, you're going to get there faster. And I want to let you know, and anyone else who's listening to this, like, that's great that you've achieved those things, but actually reaching out to someone sooner and being at, whether it's buying, listening to their course, going to their seminars, whatever it is, just do that sooner. Don't wait. Like, if you know that that's what you want to do and you want to be successful, you've got to study successful people. I had a self-importance thing going on where I thought, I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to learn how to, and it gave me some beautiful gifts. I've become very unique in my approach to things. But the more I'm realizing, it's like understand who you are. That is my gift and who I am. But being surrounded by people who are doing it will speed up your success very fast. So know that and also know that these billionaires and millionaires and these key people of influence, they're just human beings going through the same challenges, the same things. You know, like, there is a thing where in society they get elevated up, and I've experienced that too now. And it's nice. It's a good feeling. It's good. I love it. You know, it's a nice feeling to be valued and to be honored and to be, you know what I mean? To, like, there's a whole bunch of challenges that comes with that as well. But challenges are just opportunities to succeed at a higher level. But yeah, never let who you are now determine what your choices are in life. Always punch above your weight, you know? Yeah. And get the best people around you to help support you up. And remember, people will treat you how you treat yourself. So there's a time for humility. And one thing I'm realizing now is this whole balance between humility and excellence or confidence or whatever, is that we have to be willing to, you know, humility doesn't serve people. It serves people at the right time. So, you know, if you've mapped out and you've done super well and it's so clear, being humble is just an amazing thing, and it teaches people so much. But at certain stages of our life where we have to be competitive and we have to, you know, go for it and be willing to show our best.